In recent years, the People's Liberation Army has made significant progress in military technology, equipment level and combat capability. The two suspected 6th-generation fighter jets unveiled by China at the end of 2024 not only attracted great attention in international public opinion, but also formed a huge deterrent to the United States. The US media even described China's new fighter jets as a milestone in the development of jet fighters. China's improvements in missile technology, naval vessels and regional denial capabilities have significantly enhanced its military influence in the Western Pacific region. The United States once thought that China and the United States were the only countries in the world that were simultaneously developing 6th-generation fighters. Since the United States could not overcome this bottleneck, it was likely that China would also be stuck at the same bottleneck problem. Therefore, the United States was not in a hurry to promote the plan to resume the development of the 6th-generation aircraft. When China suddenly announced the test flight of a new fighter, it can be said that the United States was directly confused. The successful development of the J-36 fighter jet in China's official test flight shocked the world. The J-36 range may exceed 10,000 kilometers. Once it has such a strong endurance, its combat coverage will continue to increase. At the same time, if the aerial refueling problem is solved, it means that the J-36 will have the same power as an intercontinental missile. Before the end of last year, China suddenly conducted a high-profile test flight of two new fighter jets. There were rumors that based on the characteristics of the two fighter jets, they were not 5th-generation fighter jets. One of them was equipped with 3 engines. If the pictures were taken correctly, the other one might be equipped with 4 engines. One of them was judged by netizens to be the latest 6th-generation fighter J-36, with a more sci-fi triangular tailless design, which helps with instant acceleration. The fuselage and wings are directly integrated to reduce resistance in the air, and can still maintain good high-speed flight capabilities when the air is thin and the lifting force is insufficient. The 6th-generation fighter has a characteristic. It is not a simple technological upgrade of the 5th-generation aircraft, but a leapfrog development. In terms of flight speed, it has reached an astonishing 3 Mach to the limit of 5 Mach. This speed exceeds the thermal barrier limit of the human body. By switching to unmanned intelligent driving, combat deployment can be completed fully automatically. The sudden appearance of the J-36 caught the United States off guard. The fighter's new stealth technology caused even more surprise. It has full-spectrum stealth, can evade any detection equipment, uses a plasma shield to protect its own track, and achieves stealth in front of the enemy's detection equipment. While improving its own air survival rate, it can suddenly attack enemy targets. With the support of full stealth function, if the opponent wants to detect the position of the Chinese J-36, it may easily report errors, thereby losing the advantage on the battlefield and being passively beaten. The 6th-generation stealth technology has made the West inexplicably worried that when China launches the H-20 in the future, the upgrade of stealth technology will have surpassed the stealth capabilities of the current US bombers. Even if Western reconnaissance equipment can be quickly upgraded and find the possible coordinates of the J-36 on the screen, the J-36 still has a trick when approaching, which is to quickly rise to an altitude of 30,000 meters, which is far higher than the enemy can detect, and instantly avoid any attempt to detect and track. The successful development of China's J-36 will bring about changes in the world's air combat power structure and intensify the competitive situation. In the future, air supremacy will be a competition not only of the number of pilots in the air, but also of the advanced survivability of intelligent fighter jets, the ability to protect one's own side and reduce losses and casualties, the efficiency of battlefield information warfare, and the speed at which firepower coverage arrives. These key points happen to be the amazing features of the 6th-generation fighter jets, especially the J-36. It is no exaggeration to say that after the J-36 was unveiled, the United States held a Pentagon meeting overnight. This was not an exaggeration by the Western media, but the United States really lost its patience. Once the advanced fighter jets are successfully developed in the future, the advantage that the United States has in the number of fighter jets will likely be quickly destroyed. In fact, the tension and anxiety of the United States are not surprising. From a global perspective, the competition and maintenance of air supremacy require the support of powerful aircraft. The United States air vehicles have always relied on advanced aviation engine technology to provide stable and strong power support, thus leading the world for many years. Advanced fighters are equipped on ships and provide strong support for the Navy's fight for sea control, so the United States attaches great importance to fighter technology. The Pentagon has also formulated a plan to lead the world in the sixth generation of fighters, so it has invested heavily in development and research, but it has encountered bottlenecks in core technology and has had to shelve it halfway. Although there is no official confirmation information about the J-36 model, it can be seen from the online data that the overall advantages of this advanced fighter are very obvious. It is equipped with a variable frequency ramjet engine, has sufficient power support, and mature aero engine technology structure. It can support stable airflight and has a range of 10,000 kilometers, which will cover most of the war zone and allow the Chinese Air Force to switch from passive defense to active attack, and choose to launch destructive strikes on enemy targets outside the defense zone. These are the changes brought about by the sixth-generation fighter J-36. From the emergence of the intelligent sixth-generation aircraft, we can see that China's air power is constantly strengthening, and it is expected to quickly shorten the combat power gap caused by the insufficient total number of fighter jets between it and the West through advanced flight equipment. This is also the reason why the West feels uneasy. Faced with the rapid rise of the People's Liberation Army, the U.S. military's positioning on China has undergone a qualitative change. The U.S. military not only recognizes that the People's Liberation Army is a respectable opponent, an increasingly powerful national force that is good at joint operations and has advanced command, control, intelligence, surveillance and regional denial capabilities,